Good morning. Captain's log. 5/18/2021. I have my reading glasses on. Anyway, this is where I spent last night. I'm at the pass of Panama City Beach, going out of the Gulf. Pass is right behind me. Right there. I got here last night about not that dark. I'm using. I decided, hey, let's give it a try. See what it's like in the Gulf at night under sail. So I raised my jib, rolling car, sail. Again, this is my first time. This is my shakedown cruise. It's dark. It's choppy. And got involved and realized and I had my dinghy on with these davits and I was bouncing around. And I was bouncing around. I couldn't see. I couldn't see what was going on. I headed west a little and just realized let's regroup. So I came back in here, right here. Actually, I was someplace else. Dropped my anchor and settled in for the night. Thought all was good. He thought my pass adventure got my blood pumping. I kept hearing, as I was sleeping, I kept hearing these noises, but just put them off. Just noises of the boat, noises of the ocean, the bay. So just kept putting them off. But around 1 o'clock, I said, I'm gonna stick my head up and see what's going on. I stuck my head up, and I don't see them, but there are two pylons somewhere along there. Oh, right there. My anchor did not hold, and I was close to shore. I mean, I was probably 10 feet from shore. And again, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of awake. I'm going to have to call sea tow, but I don't have sea tow. I'm stuck. So as you can see, I'm not stuck. I got unstuck. I was right on bottom, but since I'd gotten there so gently, I just picked up the engine, put in reverse, and backed out. So, and then that came here. Now, here's how something different on my anchor setup right now. One of the things I did yesterday that I just wanted to take care of before I left. Whoops. Oh. This came loose. This is the boom to my sails. It's called a stay sail. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to do yesterday was attach my secondary anchor. I had some line, had a little chain. I just hadn't had it attached, so I spent some time doing that. And how fortuitous, because what I did last night was I set my trusty second anchor. It's a 20-pound, I'll tell you guys maybe later, it's a classic anchor. And then set my other anchor, so I had two anchors. I have two anchors in as we speak right now. I did. When I heard the noises, I poked my head up again. Just to make sure I wasn't floating, but sure enough, that setup has got me good. So, that's where we are this morning. 2 anchors. Now I'll figure out how to process it. I still don't have time to process everything. There's the wire for that, so I'll reattach that. And reattach back there. And then I might head off. I've decided to, at this point, to take the Intercoastal Waterway. My goal is to get to Pensacola. Under sail, and off. It's a great sure way to accomplish that goal. Intercoastal Waterway is a sure way to accomplish that goal. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get to it. Thank y'all for the adventure. Like I said, this is just my first trip. Imagine what it's gonna be like. Just imagine what it's gonna be like. I can't wait. Oh, guess how I started today. You're right. Thrive 123. Go to mycrigo.com. Press the Thrive button if you want to have the energy to be feeling like this after a few hours sleep. I'm not sure how many hours sleep I had last night. Didn't have much. You take care, and I probably won't do multiple updates unless there's anything update worthy. But I thought this was an update and let everybody know, hey, still alive, boat's still afloat, and we're gonna make progress toward Pensacola. Hope you have a great day. When you face challenges, take a deep breath and break it down. Steps is the first thing you have to do, and then go from there. Hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi kids, I don't recommend you doing this at home, filming while driving. That's what I'm doing here. About 10:09, this 10:09, I am in San Andreas Bay, I believe. I'm filming this audio water. Let me show it to you. About my trips yesterday was very, very interesting. Look for what happens today. I am cruising at about 5.2, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4 knots. That is a very comfortable speed for region. I'm still way above 3/4 of the tank. I've got a 25-gallon tank and I'm 7.5 gallons there. Will that last me? The jib I pulled down is huge. It's stuffed in the front cockpit, front room, whatever. Not going to pull it out. I've got another smaller sail if I get the urge to sail today. I probably won't. It's just the time that I spend doing that. I could be cautious how I want the road. Another interesting thing about today, my compass says that my GPA, and then that's my west, about 280-ish. 280. It says my course is true 299. Who do I believe? Figure that out. Basically, what I'm doing right now is just following the green signs. There are green channel markers. Basically, actually, there's one right there, and I can see 3 more up ahead. That's basically what I'm doing for now. An interesting thing between this bay and Choctawhatchee Bay, which is where Fort Long Beach is, there is a man-made connection called the ditch, or is it called the canyon? The ditch is the name of a restaurant in Austin. Actually, it's called El Arroyo, which El Arroyo means the ditch. Sorry for that little rambling there. Might be called the canyon. Somebody Google that and let me know what's this thing I'm about to go through. Like it's 20 miles long. Narrow. When I first started planning this trip about a year ago or so, not too long after I bought the boats, maybe 2 years ago, it's just something that scared the crap out of me. For some reason, I had envisioned big, huge tugboats, barges, everything, and right into the side. Yes, my mind. Luckily, I got that mind under control for the most part. And here we are. Hope just want to give you an update. I will give you a video when I get to the ditch later. What I am working with right here. Winds on southeast. I'm going almost directly east, and this is just outside of Pensacola Beach. Get an idea of more of the size. Hey everybody, it's Mike Rio with Regional Life. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you the rest of the story to those 3 videos I just showed you for this last episode. As I alluded to, I was moving my boat from Panama City to Pensacola, about 100 miles or so, with the only experience I had with that boat was sailing in Watson Bayou. That's it. I had no experience on the Intercoast Waterway with it, and no experience in the Gulf of Mexico with it. So with that premise, the video before showed some of the struggles I had with the jib. First time I put it upside down, I had issues with trying to figure out which way the roller furler worked. By the way, I have figured all that out, but and then I get my anchor straightened out. It's been so long ago I can't remember exactly what, but I know that that day ran long, and something I've learned since then, and nothing's gonna work out as I planned. And the good thing about that is nothing works out like anybody else plans either. So it's a part of being human. Somehow we expect ourselves to things to work out planned, but they never do. But side note, so I did get started either right before dark or at dark. I went out to the pass, Panama City Pass, to the Gulf of Mexico. These passes have channel markers, which are basically telephone poles type poles in the ground that mark the channel. And back in my mind, I was afraid of hitting them, and I was thinking they might be lit, but they weren't. Since then, I've learned you have to have a light to shine them; they reflect. You have to have a light on them. So I have several lights on my boat now, but at that point, I didn't know. So nothing I didn't know. So I went out. I put up my mainsail on my jib for a brief period of time. The wind was blowing hard. And I don't know why I thought this was a good window to take the boat. A good weather window. It wasn't sunny, but it was windy. So I as I alluded to in the video, or said in the video, I couldn't see anything. It was rough. And I made a good call by turning around and coming back in. I hate to imagine what could have happened if I decided to go to the Gulf of Mexico in. But anyway, I didn't. So, and then you see the story next morning picks up. So I come back in the pass, didn't hit anything, amazingly. Didn't hit any of the markers. And then I just anchor. And the video shows me the next morning telling about that anchor experience. The first time I dropped that anchor, I just dropped it. Didn't set or anything. And that's why I drifted. I remembered that, and every other time after that I have set it, which is you drop your anchor, then you pull back for it to grip into the ground. So I did that. Then you see another video of me getting started at the end of the bay in Panama City, about to go through the ditch. And then I get Hatch Bay, which is the bay. It's very large. That takes you to Fort Walton Beach. So when I got through the ditch, I dropped my anchor because I had lunch. And with that anchor, I set it. And with that anchor, I set it so hard I couldn't get it up. I think these anchors are called a Bruce anchor. They've got claws, but they're very good medium-sized anchors. So I cut line, and I had one anchor. And then I headed east. It was windy, it was bumpy, but I got to Fort Walton Beach, and I set my other anchor, which is a 35-foot mantis anchor. I think that's the name of it. 35-pound mantis. I set it good, but with that I only had chain. I had chain all the way in. Chain has no flexing to it, no flex, so it's just rough. And so that night, I remember I was bouncing around. It was noisy because we had 2 to 4 foot waves just going up and down. I didn't sleep. I actually had another anchor that I fixed up that night because I was almost positive I was going to break loose. And so I set up another anchor. I remember doing that, tying the ice slice and everything, just sometime that night, getting ready, put it back in the back there, just ready, so if I felt it break free, I could throw out that anchor. Just FYI, I am OCD with anchors. I have 4. Got my 35-foot mantis, and I got another 20-pound Bruce. I think it's got a Danforth. I got one of those back there, and then an 85-pound storm anchor. So I'm set. But so I wake up the next morning, Fort Walton Beach, and I'm going up and down, and so I go to the front of my boat, try to get the anchor up, and it's chained, and I'm bouncing. Right, so my bow is bouncing off the water. So this figures 3 feet. I'm bouncing 6 feet, going up and down. I'm up there. I wasn't wearing a life jacket. I should have been, and I should have been lashed in somewhere. But so I had issues with that. So what I did was I would run in the back, motor my boat up, and then pull some and do that, and end up getting it up. I also realized that you can go to either angle, either side, and just because all you want to do is just break it free. And you can break it free, and then you're good to go. So I start the rest of the trip from Fort Walton Beach, from Fort Walton Beach to Pensacola Beach. Got in Santa Rosa Sound, and that's the video you see. I show you with the just the waves. And see, I never saw any other boats on that trip. Never did. And the reason is because that area was under a small craft advisory. Yeah. I had a weather warning. For some reason, I thought that was a good time to take my boat, and it was a weather warning, small craft advisory. I got to feel on the waves. I mean, the wind was 25, 30 knots. It was blowing. You saw whitecaps going to Pensacola. It was behind me, and so you saw all those waves I was surfing. It was just, and then when I got close to where I was going to be, which is right here, Sabine Marina, I called the dock master. He had a couple guys waiting for me. I hadn't really docked that much, and it was windy, but I got her in. I got her in. So that's what that story's all about. And that's actually going to be the first season. I think I got 13 videos. So that's going to be season 1, just my Panama City experience. It was good. Gosh, it was good. I met a guy named Robert who was at the Bay County Boatyard before it was sold. Good guy, man. He helped me with so much stuff. He helped me when I lost my boat. In Watson Bayou, he helped me. Just a really super good guy. And they would allow me to park my car there, put my dinghy in, and go to that whole experience. It was good. Here's the thing. Something I know. If you don't know, you need to know. There are so many good people in the world. The world is filled with good people. I run into good people every day. Every day I run into good people. And I try to be myself, to be a good person to others. But you know, I mean, that experience was good. But what I learned from that is, and like I said, I'm moving forward with this channel being Region Life because I like it, and I like the tag, the 4 words I put with that, because you need a plan. You need a way of action to change your life. And for me, it's living, loving, learning, and growing. Living is being out here living life, not existing in front of something like this. But get out there, find something that gets your blood pumping, and get out there doing it. Get out there interacting with people wherever you can. And listen, it's going to be messy. People are going to make you mad. Things are not going to work out as you plan. But that is how it is for everyone. All right? So just get out there. Loving. Man, I've not had a date in over 20 years. This good looking guy has not had a date in over 20 years. How about that? I've been doing a lot of self-work, and I've figured it out why all this stuff. And I might share it with you. I don't know. But I'm making some changes. And because I'm basically doing what people did in their 20s, I'm doing them now. So I'm open to finding a date, a girlfriend, a wife, and just having a family, because I think that'd be super cool. And why do I think I can do it? Because everybody else figures it out. So I think I can too. So that's it. Just get out there and just live and learn. And then also get out there. You're not going to be ready. I was not ready to bring my boat from Panama City to here. I was not ready, but I did it, and I made it, and I learned from it. Since then, this boat's been sitting here mostly because I've been waiting till I'm ready. And you're never going to be ready. I've never been ready. You just got to do things just do them. And then figure it out as you go. All right, so that's it. That's the recap of this video and a little bit extra. This is going to be on my Patreon, and we'll make it to YouTube somewhere, somehow. Patreon is a place that I set up for those who want to join me in this journey. All right? That's it. It's a way where you can be a part of it, and you can learn a little bit more about me, because that's where I will share all the things about me, share my story. I don't think I'm gonna put that out there on YouTube, but I will put that on Patreon. The prices, I've made them very reasonable. I mean, the first tier is $10 a month, which is cheaper than a Big Mac value meal. And there are no tariff adjustments on these. So I set it up, and like I said, I'm just looking for people who just want to be a part of what I'm doing. All right, just want to be a part of it. Because like I said, I'm doing it, and I'm going to use travel as a way to just give you something else. But because I've got some great maps. I got some maps for my motorcycle of the United States that I can show you some incredible things which I plan on doing after the summer. As you saw in one of my videos, it's going to be unexpected. I'm unique. As we're all unique. I've got this ADHD stuff, and it's not an excuse, but it is something I have, and it allows my mind to just go everywhere. So most days I don't know. With my job here, I know when my trips pop up where I go, but besides that, not sure where I might go. So saying that, I don't know where these journeys are going to take us. It's a big world. When I was driving Uber in Los Angeles, I met people from all over the world every day. I met a lot of people from Asia, from Japan, South Korea, Philippines, Taiwan, and China. And everybody I met is just like me and you. They are trying to make it. Because none of us can control where we're born. We can't. And we just have to make do where we are. So that's it. We're almost 15 minutes long. Dang. This is longer than the previous video. Alright, I'm going to end with this. I'm wearing the hat because the hair is just unruly. I'm letting my hair grow out. This is what I got. When it gets long enough so I can do a man bun, it'll be okay, but getting there is tough. I think I've got a mullet in the back. But, so that's what's going on with the hat. Hope you're all well. Hope you're doing good. Keep at it. Keep pedaling. That's another metaphor for just keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Find yourself going down the wrong road, change roads. But don't quit. Keep going. All right, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.